have to see that head-to-head at some point, that Aspas Demon 1 head-to-head. I'm so glad you brought up some of those, I guess, worries from map 1, because I do think if they double down on that, it could further expose those problems, but we're yet to see if that comes in here into map 2. Loud taking the tour, though, heading back round towards B.
I'm not sure if Demon 1 did get a sound here, but he's found a kill nonetheless. Less will fall to reset away from this now, and no possibility of Loud finding a trade.
They've got the players in the right position. You basically have 4 players on this B site for EG. You kind of throw in Jorgamo towards that, playing towards middle. So Loud maybe look at some other options, but they've got a lot of space to cross, and doing so blindly is hard. Fortunately for them, they will have safe passage through middle, leaning up towards Cat, and on the other side it would be Boostio on towards A. Still with this setup here, so they've still got a lot of problems in front of them.
Sadak will disconnect a little bit, try and take some control back towards main. That's will be spotted out here. Turret dealt with early, but Boostio does have it set up to protect him in hell here.
Yep. He's doing so much. Aspas! He gets melted! Boostio just creates the perfect trap, sits on the side of the smoke. EG! Pure control here. Prime Gaming flawless.
Boostio with a little TikTok setup to tuck himself into hell. Does so much damage when Lau finally get onto site. Cowanzine just honestly forced into a position where he's got nowhere to play underneath hell. And even then, Sadak disconnecting to make sure they have some information. I didn't even notice the dart over the top as well. Perfectly timed from Com to come in.
You know what, obviously we mostly watch EMEA during regular seasons. What a treat to get eyes on with EG in some of these rounds. Obviously seeing it online's one thing, but seeing it in person here, quite spectacular. Obviously Loud, wait and see if they activate. Ethan getting a little confident. Does have a challenge or two on the other side, so has to be cautious here. Doesn't want to overdo it. Knife should confirm attendance, but Tui's slipping up middle. It's going to be Demon 1 to keep him in check.
Tui does have a Sheriff. Hasn't been spotted on across this, so a chance to swing onto it, but you know how snappy Demon 1 can be. Now potentially waiting for a cross-back over, but Ethan will be challenged. Aspas will fall though.
Yeah, they're not making it through that choke point, are they? Yeah, EG, hand around the throat on this one. No way out of it really for Cowanzine and Les. Not even really given many opportunities to close any of these kills.
I mean, Ethan would have been the first there with the timing, hopping back up towards default. 2v5 for Loud to try and do some further damage here, but less down to 31 HP and huddled in. You can see on the minimap already, EG looking to suffocate and smother Loud outside A site.
30 seconds left.
We still see him keep it clean.
Last player.
Seeing it from the other perspective of Demon 1 getting kills is actually horrifically terrifying.
Back-to-back Prime Gaming flawless is the start on Ascent here. Now we'll come back into their first buy round.
Not drawing blood once. 0-2 across the board. Wow.
Not a single kill. See if EG want to get a little proactive here. I said we saw loads of examples versus DRX. Them looking to take the fight to them on their defensive half.
No massive progress towards any of the ults coming out for EG yet, though kind of spread across the board. Yes, Demon 1 a little further ahead, and there's the aggression. You called it. And EG agreed to it. And that's a lot of space that Demon 1's commanding here. He knows that, well, mid somewhat clear, obviously can't fully confirm, but now with that contact of that utility on towards A, they got to know what's coming. As already Aspas going to take towards the site. And EG have to somewhat respect this. They can't do too much damage from here.
EG have cleared so much so early. Actually, they're in a position to do a lot of damage when the site hit finally comes through. Jorgamo will find Tui's.
Okay, and Cowan seems low. Sadak a bit of chip damage. Timing on this could be terrifying. Aspas got to be careful as well. Might have been noted, he has been. Now takes a step out, still at the rifle, overwhelmed. Boostio finds Aspas, and now they're doing some serious damage. It's only on less. This is madness, EG. You are not meant to be doing this. How many bonus rounds can these boys convert? Less gave it a damn good go, but that's simply not good enough. EG posting up a third.
Beautiful conversion. Like I said, the clearance from EG comes through so early that you don't want to see Loud stack up for an execute there. They need to re-clear that space because EG react perfectly. They set up, they even get a kill ahead of the spike coming down, I believe. Cowanzine, a ton of chip damage done. I think it's the fragment from Ethan to even finish that off.
What an anomaly of a team. I don't know how they continuously do this. But I'm so glad you kind of step by step that, because it makes sense, right? They take so much of the space, all that information. Let's get the players in the right place. But now,
Here.
Demon One's, you don't.
Flash over here?
Someone's gonna, okay, Ethan's just gonna swing it apparently, and there it is. It's murder in middle. He's down a little low, but revealed. They know his position through the wall. This crunch in middle is just gorgeous, and it's bold to be doing it against these sheriffs and odds and ends. It could be a little bit more risky, but to make that impression, they are. That's gonna try and keep himself standing, but gotta be cautious on the other side as well. Com can't fall in that position.
Actually, Les has got way out of B main here. See Busio falling the utility disabled.
But I'm wondering if does Com recheck? No, okay, he's sat on a deeper angle.
I mean, he's got 2 seconds till the recon, so he's probably just looking for a wallbang as it comes back up. Spike will drop to site now as Les has already fallen.
Standing ahead.
Doesn't get the scan.
Spike planted.
Yeah, if we have a wallbang from the sheriff, no, come through.
Good luck, Cowanzine. Yeah, not gonna happen. EG, carry on through. That little mid piece. Ooh.
Yeah, that almost feels like EG looking to kind of flex a little bit, honestly.
Yeah.
Send a message here, not respecting the sheriffs whatsoever. And they're so quick as well. You can see, I think Ethan's tucked up there. The only reason he doesn't flash out, well, there's not a dart over the top, I think, because they read into the fact that Loud have pushed up catwalk so quickly. That was a big question for me, though, is how proactive EG want to execute this defensive half. We've already seen some similar examples to what we saw versus DRX.
And is this another little set piece in mind? I'm looking at
I'll find them.
kind of a lean towards middle, 2 on towards Cat. Operator in the hands of Boostio. Yeah, Demon One, he's off the leash. He is absolutely off the leash. He's just pushing forward. That's an opportunity and a missed one. 2 he's going to punish, but it's not just one. They've doubled down, tripled down. They're trying to get so aggressive across the map. And it's cost them casualties. Down to 3 here. EG not sticking the landing on this one.
A rare miss, actually, from Demon One. So last time, snappy with the Guardian in that situation. Lucio still finds one, though. Swings back onto the Aldrone. And comes found across map, Hunter's Fury.
How are they still in this round? It looks so over.
Tui's down to 33 HP as well. Very disconnected from this.
Revealing area.
Are they going to disrespect that? Yeah, they are.
I cannot
Trying to check for anyone close by, but
Sadak just took a ton of damage with that wallbang.
how? I didn't even look close to him, but Tui's positioning should be the end of this, right? There's no way they turn around and check now. Calm down, last one standing. Not gonna have so much fun here. Tui's is down on 10 HP. Like, Com is connecting all of these shots. It's kind of obscene to see, but he just hasn't really got the time for this. So many unknown quantities on the side. He's gonna have to relinquish any of this sort of threat, but he could maybe do some damage on the way out. And maybe just keep that operator in hand.
Sadak might catch him.
Oh, he was tempted.
You can see him laughing about it. He's like, yeah.
They're still trying to chase. How close does Sadak get? Keeps it, no worries there. Okay, so what happened in this round? Because we just saw that almost double down, triple down on aggression throughout the map, but was it just that miss from Demon One?
I think this is exactly the same game plan we saw previously. The only difference here being that Demon One's not found this kill. I think on the other side of things, I'm not sure how the kill outside B came. Loud, spread very thin in that default, were equipped to deal with, I guess, a push on both sides.
Okay, so lockdown there, TP there. Nice little purchase back for Loud. I'll take this default throughout. I don't want to say they've completely quelled the aggression from EG just yet. I'm still seeing them take a little bit of a glance through towards B main, but it's deeper this time. Not exploring middle, not exploring short. Sitting very deep, excluding that B main. A little bit of presence here from Demon One.
With the change being, Demon One now has the operator, so EG not going to look to send him into a deep position this time around. And Loud very cautious, though.
Maybe looking to identify if that operator or where that operator is actually positioned.
Won't get spotted with a drone though. Demon 1 will slip up behind it.
His timing on this is gorgeous as well. But look at the reclear. That recheck from Les could have been lovely, but it does give them at least a signifier that this could be that A piece, but Loud still don't look fully committed to that idea either.
Very late pop of the null command from Ethan as well. As Loud look to try and catch a little bit of timing back through mid. Alarm bot removed, but down to 30 seconds. It's taken Loud so long to achieve anything with this default.
And Com's position turns the flash well. Does get checked on. Aspas very heads up there. Going to take down Com. Jorgamo's in danger. He's got a lot of pressure coming his way. A little bit of help from Ethan from up above, but still he's living on borrowed time here. Loud sweeping through the site, taking all the control they need. That's the Loud I wanted to see. Demon 1 can only find one. Probably time to fall away from this. Might get hunted down on short. Reads it, connects it. He's not going to get much more play on this though. Just going to try and keep his life.
A ton of time for Loud to try and chase this down, and you look at the funds. They can afford to throw another rifle or two at this. Loud have so much time throughout this. This is the one round, like I said, where Demon 1, the operator, you decide to play a little slower. But even so, it's like, it's down to, what, 30 seconds by the time the alarm bot's removed. Didn't even force an over-rotation there from EG either. It's now just winning out a couple. I'm not even sure, actually, if Com has a dart for that setup to make Jorgamo's position inside the smoke a little more comfortable. Maybe EG's just mispositioned ever so slightly there in the late round.
We're good to see a lifeline for Loud. I felt like they were getting kind of blown out at the start of this, but nice responses back-to-back now. Converting two. Once they got to that side, it was clean work from them. A couple of ults coming online for both sides now. I want to see if Demon 1 does invest the knives. It looks like he will be. They have something in mind. How do they want to facilitate him in this round?
You can see the pings on the minimap towards top mid here. Is he just bursting straight out? The paranoia towards Tiles, potentially?
Could be. Through towards Tiles, as a check, sees nothing. He's going to continue this path. Those spots out too, and taken down. Ethan with a follow-up punish can at least catch Kalenzine, so even the numbers out. But by now, you can already see it. Loud looking towards the other side of the map too. Maybe a chance to explore towards A as Busio desperate to try and get back in time.
Well, Aspas got tagged down to 5 HP. Not sure if that was a headshot from a sheriff somewhere.
Yeah, he's very low.
So again, it's going to make it a little more awkward for him to commit to an entry here. Does have the Blade Storm, obviously lockdown available for less as well. The problem could be presented here for EG if Ethan is left to try and defend alone here.
Do still see Ethan being one of those safe pair of hands, but this is a lot. 4 players, no support really anywhere nearby. Closest would be Jorgamo. Not an easy situation. A re-smoke put towards A main, but we can see where Loud are heading towards. Lockdown going to come in. What option does he have? Can he take it down?
Does have the
30
fragment.
seconds left.
She doesn't catch, no.
Nope.
Sends it on the other side of the wall.
And Ethan's gone through the smoke! The trade out comes in though, Ethan's removed, so the cross feels a bit safer, but 13 seconds, they're running low on time here. Spike still down by A main. 10 seconds now. Spike back into hand, they've got to make their way towards the site. Busio trying to catch that cross, but it's Tui's with a great shot. Takes him out, oh my word, Tui's heating up now. Sadak and Jorgamo to 1v1, Jorgamo's got him. EG up to 5.
Where did Jorgamo get that sheriff kill from? What was that? You said Ethan's going to have his hands full. Can't deal with the lockdown, unfortunately, but EG's still come out on top of this? Yeah.
Last
The 5 HP guy, by the way.
One enemy remaining. Spike planted.
Nice, let's go!
What a round from Jorgamo.
Deep breath. Yeah. I mean, I was looking at their money, I was a bit worried. They can still get an okay buy. Yeah, the judge coming in for Ethan, but that's kind of the tail end of it. On the other side, yeah, I mean, well, to be fair, Aspas does have the knives as well, so he's fine being where he's at. So, still a very competitive round here for Loud. Gonna get a grip back on this game. Demon 1 willing for the fight. Spots a player on the cross, but does have to fall away here. Busio willing to put his body on the line for it, but now fighting out early on. Plenty of ults here for Loud as well.
Is there a quick decision on the back of the operator being spotted? My question, yeah, maybe the no command popped here. Ethan, though, going to slip in with the judge.
Gonna hear one.
Do some serious damage.
How long does he stand here? How long can he wait? Perfect work, takes down Cowanzy, and he's still holding the space. There's the counter pressure coming in through short. Jorgamo trying to backfill that, but the paranoia gonna be sent. He can't even see Aspas. Delivers the knife to the throat, and now Com gets overwhelmed with Demon One's on the knife! Oh my god, this guy's quick as lightning! I've never seen anything like it! And Aspas has his work cut out now. Suddenly this situation ain't feeling so good. 2 HP apparently is more than enough for Demon One. Boostio just holding, gotta be so ready for this though. 44 seconds, a lot of time for Aspas to work with.
Do they respect him enough to use the lockdown? I think so, Lauren.
Of course you do.
Not gonna be able to catch the retreat here, so Aspas will be given an opportunity to tuck into Wine. But if Demon One can repost up on this angle onto main, it's gonna be very problematic.
But it's Aspas, this guy is world class. The fuse started, Demon One now called in. 2 HP, shot comes in, there's a chance, goes back through, 9 HP now for Aspas. He's trying to toy with the time, but the defuse, it's going to be coming in right under his nose. He can't deny it, and he can't even get the kill. EG holding on now.
What a ridiculous round from Demon One.
Show me that again.
That was beautiful, and Aspas is desperate to trade it. I mean, Jorgamo goes huge here as well to even slow this down on the way in. This second shot.
The fact he even lives there, Aspas
Yeah.
like on him.
Like I said, composure as well. Respect Loud enough and Aspas enough to put the lockdown in, but it allows Demon One to repost up on that angle. No risk taken there from EG on the retake. And we're in another situation where there's a big deficit here. Loud are trailing by 4 rounds.
I find it hard to put faith in EX. Like, okay, again, we don't cover NA ourselves, right? So when we look at international, we've seen Loud. And Loud have been just incredible, right? Historically, one of the best teams there are. You'd say individually, still one of the best players there in the form of Aspas. You can't discredit what that man's been able to achieve. And I'm seeing the scoreline at 6-2. The team that barely made it here. Running on dreams alone, EG are leading this. They forced the timeout out of Loud. And there's something about the mental game in that. You go, yeah, we got him a little bit there. We got him to try and adapt. Now, to be fair, Loud did have that nice adaptation before on map 1. They started to a little bit deeper, work it out a little bit, close the scoreline a touch on that first half of Fracture, but that still got taken away from them.
I think it's tough though, because there's not as much of an opportunity to do so here on the attacking side. Sure, Loud statistically lean, I guess heavier in terms of, well, Ascent in general, sure, but you don't want to see another 9-3, for example.
No.
You need to leave enough of a gap here for Loud to make something happen here. We're not Loud, we're looking to, pop behind this. Smoke will slow it down. Ethan will detect too, but yeah, they are looking to pop.
Yeah, Aspas is on the site, and I don't know how much they know about this one. There is still a player below. Jorgamo trying to go undetected at this point. There's so many players here, though. Jorgamo could have punished one. Loud with a great trade back. Gonna find 2. You can see him trying to clear, but Jorgamo, he's still here! How's he got undetected this long? 2 more bullets, can't find him. And now it's on Demon One, deleted that sharp from less. A 1v2 for Boostio. The spike is in the hands of 2E, so it's already on the site. Turret goes in, smoke goes up. The second he goes out of that smoke, Turret's gonna note him, Les has him dead. How does he play this? Oh, that's how! Oh my god! He almost played that to perfection.
He swings so wide, the confidence to swing out of the smoke like that.
Bloody hell.
You see as well, Loud cautious. They didn't want to commit to that plant. Loud will find their 3rd.
Spike.
A pace change potentially catching EG off guard. Yeah, Jorgamo, I'm not even sure if he's caught by a paranoia or something, or the information's not relayed that Aspas has found his way onto top gen. Just a couple of the individuals caught off guard in this execute.
But it's done enough to shatter the money from EG.
Yeah,
That's
which is crazy when you look at the scoreline.
kind of, I guess it tells how close some of these rounds have been getting. Money's certainly not stable by any means.
Scanning ahead.
I'll make it up to 3, and it looks quite clear-cut so far. Straight in towards B. You know, Boostio here. Demon One on the way. And Com on the back of the side. This is lovely though, the push and the pull between the two.
How far Aspas is ahead?
And look at Ethan! Oh! He just dives in, head first! Could not care less, and the spike gets left in the corner. Can they defend this? Can they punish on it? No. 2E's and less bailing him out, but Demon 1's on the site now. The final boss is here. The flank's already coming in as well from Jorgamo. Com's got a rifle. This is worrying for Loud. This is problems.
2E's can retrieve the spike here with the TP, sure, but
Early rotation.
EG have got the read on it. And Jorgamo and Demon 1 here are so early. Whoa. He doesn't know he slipped ahead again.
Oh, he's got to have heard that. Less. Oh, come on! Another 1v1. Com had the rifle.
30 seconds
Has his
left.
start. But 2E's is toying with the time. 25 seconds. He has no idea where Com
Standing
is.
ahead.
Now he's going to have a little bit of a concept of this. 2 kills already. The spam going to come in. Smoke goes through, gives himself a chance for a plant. Com's taking the long way round. He doesn't want to drop down. He doesn't want to play that game, but does 2E's read it well? Yes.
Pinged onto the minimap, yeah.
Absolutely reads it to perfection. This should be a round for 2E's, and it is! Safe pair of hands at the end of the day. But that round had very little investment from EG, and it still got that close. Ooh, getting a little nuts.
Yeah, a little BM on the way out there. Aspas is just so far ahead of everyone else. And EG, I said, made the perfect decision to reinforce this pressure. It's only the fact that 2E's has the TP, they can safely retrieve that spike.
Now again, the game we wanted. Now we're starting to heat up a little bit here. 2E's starting to have a big game himself as well. 12-7 so far for Loud. This is the timeout for EG though. Time to talk options.
They're getting closer and closer to some ultimates. Hunter's Fury 2 away, 2 off the lockdown as well. EG with Demon 1 on a rifle here. We'll resort back to some of these explosive set pieces, take the fight back to Loud. 2-round lead here, but come out with a 6-6 all even. Loud will feel fantastic about that considering how it started.
This is tense now. This could be a turning point of the game. Closing up for Loud maybe. Get that, back to a nice 6-6 competitive on that half. Just get torn away from him a little more. As you noted, couple of options with those ults coming through very soon. The other side, the lockdown there for less. Hunter's Fury for Counting. Counting having a quiet game so far. Not having what he wants in this. 6-4. We go back in. EG leading as it stands. And Loud changing the tempo.
Demon 1's cleared. Pretty deep in towards B main already though.
Shot that.
And will deal with the alarm bot. Did see on the minimap get removed there, so EG have to be conscious of the possibility. Ethan posted up on the angle regardless. Like Loud probably want to split through A here with this lockdown placement. Dealt with, but Boostio, is he going to try and slip into wine here?
That's audacious, and it's worked. I don't know what else you're meant to do in this one. Jorgamo's still got his gun out though. Can he defend him? He's still alive in the smoke. How is... Hello? How is Boostio still here? Thank you, 2E's going to take him down. There is still so much presence on this A side though. They brought over that additional player. Ethan's now here. 38 seconds, Loud, really toying with the timing.
Revealing
Not
area.
necessarily through to sight. Kaunzin looking to plant the seed of doubt.
30 seconds left.
And looks like it's actually pulling Com. Just for the time being now, Jorgamo will confirm the other side of it.
Ethan waiting, bated breath. Jorgamo's got 2E's, Ethan's got Aspas. Kaunzin gonna let rip with Hunter's Fury, and it's only on to Kaunzin now. They gotta know where he is, and he ain't got the time for this. 8 seconds, he'd need to run straight to that spike and somehow get an instant plant. It's not gonna work. EG weathering the storm here. Loud using a great deal of those ults that we just discussed. And actually, Ethan gonna fall now. Anyone might want to be staying alive here. But EG, making a go of this, but I'm looking at the money. It's a little on the lower end, but...
Yeah, Loud's money's in the bin.
Oh yeah, you're right.
My double stick.
So wait to see what the full purchase looks like, but Ethan does so well to navigate his way through this Hunter's Fury and find 2 kills in the mix.
Oh, bloody hell, you weren't lying. Seeing Sheriff Stingers. Eesh.
Most of the utils there, so possibility allowed to at least make this competitive here. On the other side, actually, yeah, a Guardian, a Spectre, and a Judge. But a key ultimate in the form of the lockdown.
My ult is
Make
ready.
that to the Hunter's Fury available now for EG.
You can see the temptation from Sadak maybe to try and punish that presence, but you can see
Any other gun.
Yeah, any other gun. Just doesn't sound very intimidating, does it? And there's the Hunter's Fury. Tags there. Not gonna get the follow-up just yet. And actually stays alive. Down so low. Sadak is standing on 5 HP. Tui's gonna try and take a little space towards middle. They're getting very close to this. Look and see if Tui's tries to make something happen for himself here. Demon 1, did he note it? I think he did. Yeah.
Pink.
There's the underhand flash turn. Goes back in, overwhelmed. Demon 1 with that wide swing on this. Going to be popping the ult as well. Nice work from Les. The spike. It was looking to be for a second, but it's falling away.
Aspas looking to backfill this space towards market. But look who's set up here with the utility on short and a Judge in hand.
Oh.
30 seconds
They're going back. They're going back to B. It's a double pump. They're going to leave Aspas posted up towards middle as they try and run back towards the B side.
Again, though. The awareness is there from EG.
Oh, and the shot!
Around him.
It's perfect from Demon 1. But the site's now going to be under scrutiny. You can see Loud trying to pour on through County with the punish. Oh, Ethan just about gets one trade, but there's still a chance. 10 seconds here. They need to get that plant in.
He's coming with a lockdown in towards main. It could be a very deep investment here, Lauren. It's going to force them towards spawn.
How quickly do they identify this? I don't know how much they can even do with it. There's the lockdown. Oh.
They're worried it can get wallbanged.
It may just be. Let's see if Counting's got it. He's not certain enough. Yeah, they're peeling away. They're falling off from this. Can they catch the cross? Great shot from Cowanteen. Oh, incredible from Cowanteen.
This is that. If I still wallbang
Switching sides.
with the Odin. I mean, the stars almost aligned for EG here in this last round. Ethan, unfortunately, can't grasp either of these kills. Actually finds it on the transfer, but... Scraping through a 7-5 here, Loud. It's a miracle, Lauren, honestly.
Yeah, and let's leave it on that note for the desk to take it away.
Thank you very much, Pansy and Hypog. I think the star was a little bit worrying for Lau, but Mimi, they are pulling it back.
They absolutely are, and they needed some miracle rounds to get back into that one. EG started on another hot streak, looking really good, converting a bonus here. But in the second half, this team has started, or excuse me, in this half, this team has started to really turn things around. EG were going for some of their standard forward execs that they do on this map often, and Cloud had answers for that one. In that one, shutting down that A main aggression, and it was really defined by the late rounds in this game.
Yeah, I mean, you can actually think back to Fracture as well and think about some of the game plan ideas that Loud have, which was withstand the combinations that EG throw at you. For example, this dash paranoia up top mid. And once they did that, they're able to pivot around. But the thing is, they're not landing all of those rounds that they should be able to once they check off those first couple of boxes. And that's been a problem. But finally, you're seeing some of those clutch rounds actually fall in their way because Kawanzin, for example, having those big moments. Aspas almost having a couple of those big moments. Tui specifically, that one where he TP'd and grabbed the spike. All those things falling their way makes this a lot easier for them to do in the second half.
And those aren't normally the rounds that Loud are winning to get ahead on a map like Ascent, but it is what they've gotten to find a really good half here. Now we head to EG's attack side, where generally they're not great. 44% win rate, as you'd expect from Ascent, but last time these two teams played, EG ran 8 attack side rounds to close out the map versus Loud. They had a really good job of pulling out utility from Loud, baiting that in the early rounds, and having a very clear idea of how they wanted to execute at the end.
Yeah, and all that came down to Demon 1 as well. Last time they met, 6-0 on the attack side, first kill, and 19 kills, by the way, he got on that attack side. So I can't wait to see if he can do that here, because Bala, if he is able to put out a performance like that, I think it might be a 2-0.
Oh, absolutely. Demon 1, I think he definitely had some very impactful rounds early on in that game. You could see some of those flicks always on. But I think turning it back towards the meta discussion about this map and how we've actually had a lot of attack-sided halves this time around. You just mentioned Demon 1 in that instance, the really, really good half by EG against Loud last time. NRG had a really good one against Loud specifically. These types of things are getting more and more common. So honestly, 7-5 might very well be enough.
Yeah, it might be. In that last game these two teams played, the defining factor of EG's attacking side was their ability to get Demon 1 into mid after breaking the Killjoy utility and entrenching him to go for these like late round lurks before pivoting into splits. But Loud went back in the finals, played this map versus NRG, and NRG tried to play to that same style, trying to find that gap in mid, set up Artist for success, and Loud was shutting it down so well. This team is really quick to fix those gaps, so EG, I think, are going to have to find something new to beat Loud again.
I think they might rely on that a little bit, and we've already seen Loud be very prepared for those sorts of ideas. I think the difference between EG and NRG in terms of like the inserts that they tried to do on attack sides against Loud was specifically EG was a lot more passive with them, and NRG was trying to find the rotates with them, trying to find the openings with those rather than allowing them to find passive information with you. So Loud specifically, I think they should be prepped for that, and if they aren't, we're going to be scratching our heads, but they should 100% be favored here in the second half.
Yeah, as you guys can see on stage, we're just getting an in-ears replaced right now, so we should get back into the game pretty soon. But for EG, Mimi, if they can close this out 2-0, how big of an achievement do you think that is?
It's massive. I mean, we keep saying this next win is going to be the one where people finally believe, where everyone's on board with this run. And I think everyone is a believer in EG now. They've seen what this team can do. But beating Loud, one of the tournament favorites, that goes from, okay, this is a miracle run. EG is playing insane too. EG could be a tournament favorite. They could be a team in competition for pushing towards that grand finals.
I think on this side of the bracket for them, if they take down Loud, all of a sudden you're thinking that the rest of the side should be fairly easy up until maybe they get up against like a Fnatic or whatever's on the other side of the bracket, maybe like a Paper X or something like that, or a DRX again. But we've already seen them have success against teams like that. So you're really thinking this is the biggest hurdle for them to, finally start to think about them as contenders for this Tokyo event.
Well, we are good to go here. Let's see if EG can get the job done. But Pansy and Hypark, we're talking about Loud here. They always find a way.
Spot on. There's a reason they have a big reputation by the name. Loud are one of the best there is. If there's an opportunity, if there's a chance, they're going to take it with both hands. But Mike, EG have had victories here before. They've beaten this team on this map. Do you see it being a possibility, or is that depth for Loud going to kick in?
For sure, and I actually think back to the interview we called with GB and Potter where she's talking about having cooked something up. This is obviously statistically the side of this veto that probably looks the most concerning. Previous performance apart, yes, it was a beautifully strung together set of rounds to close out 13-11 previously on Ascent versus Loud, but this is where I'm looking for some changes.
I have the spike.
Something to catch Loud off guard. I guess deny that statistical probability that we do have.
So, starting the round, EG have made a little bit of intention known towards A, or at least kind of feigning that attention, and then going to be leaning back towards the speed piece. They have drawn the additional player away, which was going to be Cowanzine. He's kind of sitting towards the top middle. Commitment from Les towards the side, but he will be alone, as EG going to be running through the traditional paces of taking that big site here. But now Loud have to respect this. See, what can Les do? How much can he achieve? Right now, not enough. Good response from Cowanzine, though, going to punish Demon 1 just through that smoke, but the plant will be coming in.
Tui still a million miles away from this. Does have a smoke, but no paranoia. Got a fragment to work with, and Aspas got to be the playmaker here to get back on site with this frenzy.
Again, though, EG playing all on site. Paranoia still in hand as well for Jorgamo.
Dart as well now.
Yeah, this is huge. The timing on that is lovely. Doesn't get what he wants. Turned, smoked. Jorgamo waiting with that paranoia. Might have to send it soon. They've already taken a bit of chip damage here. Com still standing. Does a bit of work for Loud. Good trade's going to come back through. Leaving it all down to Cowan. He flies into his death. EG kicking off the second half with a bang.
It's another pistol posted by EG as well. An insane record here in Tokyo. Can they follow through once again? What start can they have here in the second half? Because that small advantage, 2 rounds, can be huge.
Enemy remaining.
do what they have been doing consistently
enemy
here
remaining.
with a round 2 and round D conversion. So yeah, well invested as well for EG to get weapons across the board. Guardian and the Bulldog probably the focal point here for EG in the hands of Demon 1, Jorgamo.
Oh, aspas! Oh!
Second!
Incredible shots coming out, taking down 2. 2, he's going to spot the player as well, gets ready for it. Jorgamo punish, this is massive from Loud. This could be the first time we see real problems brought to EG in these sort of rounds. They're making a run for it. See if they can get that plant down, see what they can do in this 2v4.
Get upgrades here on the side for Loud as well. A Guardian and a Spectre to work with. Com's going to clear some space back to Heaven, but I thought maybe Ethan was going to post up on this.
It's a lot of room though. Kind of implying that attention's coming through from short. Ethan needs to go big, and he does! Ethan! Oh, what a time for him to be doing this! Gets this round back on track, gives Com a chance. The flash gonna come in. Did he note him? Did he spot him? I don't think he has. Peekaboo! Com's got EG.
And they
Running through this. What a round from Ethan though.
They certainly don't need 2v4s to be going in their favor to make it any easier here. Second on the board here.
Because look at this start. It's dreamy, right?
Aspas, 2 ridiculous shots. And like I said, the upgrades come through, but
Oh.
Ethan finds 4. They're loving it.
Oh no, they're having fun. It's even worse. Well, now this bonus round might fall out of the wheelhouse, but you know what? I'm open to ideas. This should be Loud. This should be 9-6. I feel like I'm saying should a lot.
Well,
but
I mean, Demon 1's got a Guardian,
Yep.
so
There's a
that's a
chance.
concern.
Just terrifying, isn't it, really? And it's up Cat. 4-1 split. Excuse me. 1-3-1 split. Nice flash, going to force Sadik away. Knows his pathing well enough to get a little bit of safety. Paranoia said they want to try and close him down. Tui's going to keep him safe, though, but only for a moment's time, because you're going to see it. Jorgamo, he wants in. Ethan's taken down Sadak. They've taken down Tui's. They've got the sight. This is unthinkable. That's 3 players now remaining for Loud, and Les just takes a bit of a stride out of the smoke. Maybe trying to catch someone ahead of the timing they'd expected. But now there's problems. Ethan going to try and play his life, get out of hell. But they've got the upgrades. Ethan's got a rifle, as does Jorgamo. What does Loud do on the way back in here?
Then the null command slow things down. The knife as well. Ethan goes 1-for-1. Aspas finds the trade.
Needs more. Oh, Jorgamo! How dare I doubt EG? How dare I doubt their conversion in bonus rounds?
So consistent.
They had nothing, Mike. Look at the buy they had. It was rotten.
That's a heartbreaker.
Whoa.
I said 3 on the bounce, and it puts Loud on a light buy. They can force a little into this, but they almost have to concede the 11th unless they've got something to pull off here.
This feels like 11 to me. I mean,
Should
how
be.
far away is Aspas?
I was going to say, Aspas is brought down with the Guardian. He's 1 away from the Blade Storm, so he can afford to invest a little here.
Sadok's gone for the Judge. Guardian there for Aspas. If you weren't paying attention, now you need to. This game has suddenly gotten terrifying. Loud are very much on the verge of being broken here. This could be 11. If it goes the way it traditionally should, this buy very much overwhelms Louds. But can they kindle something? Has Aspas got something up his sleeve? We need a round from him. Because EG are just demonic the way they're playing at the moment. That's going to be less noted.
That's dead.
He's extremely
100%.
dead. And looking for the follow-up as well. They get the info, I'm pretty sure. 2E's patience pays. The corner seems a bit more shallow. Hello? Someone's going to turn around soon. 2E's, please don't.
This is it. Please don't mess this up.
2E's, don't mess this up. I'm just going to tell you right now, do not. Oh! No! Not like this. Not
I can't
like
believe it.
this.
It's the Soulcaster 2023 moment. That is,
I don't want to look at my. I don't want to look at the screen.
yeah.
Can we have a?
I mean,
can we have a timeout?
You can see Sadak just shaking his head and laughing.
One enemy remaining.
Oh,
Yeah. Uncomfortable viewing, Lauren.
Oh, they're happy about it.
This is unprecedented to see some of the things we've seen from Loud today. On the other hand, EG running away from this. I said before the series started, this would be the true validation, the test of this confidence to come out here and execute versus Loud. Oh, it looks even worse for Jorgamo's.
And that's hard on a young player. Like, and we say this about Soulcast as well. You say it about players who are quite emotional, who can get a little caught up in those feelings. Like, it's going to be rough. Now, luckily, obviously, for Loud, they have a great IGL, great coach who are going to talk them back into the game, but you're not feeling great. And bigger picture, Mike. I
mean, look at this half. Like, there's a 2v4 that EG flipped. There are further blows to the confidence to throw Loud off their game. Like I said, sure, there's an adjustment period allowed. But to come here, lose 13-7 on map 1 and potentially be faced, dare I say, a 13-5 here on map 2 on Ascent of all maps.
This is a credit I do want to give to EG as well. They've been walking into a couple of the team's specialty maps and doing exceptionally well.
Foot on Lotus.
That's the big marker for me.
There are more and more examples to see where EG just defy the odds, honestly.
Yes. And maybe some people at home aren't so familiar with, you know, when we were talking about that win against Foot, for example, they're like, oh, I mean, maybe they're good. But I mean, they were arguably almost untouchable at times. And doing this here, doing this now, not just
again,
once, it's
on Ascent versus Loud.
Exactly. Like, can we just put into context? Take a second. If you're at home, you're like, oh yeah, I mean, like, if you just play a good game, you'll probably win. No, you don't. Not against Loud. That's so rare. EG are playing gorgeous Valorant, and this is a rarity and something to be really, really paid mind to. Now, Loud, this has been the timeout that they just called. They've come out of this now.
Yeah, I mean, we need the response here in round 17. Bladestorm in hand, rifles, and then Odin elsewhere. EG slowing things down ever so slightly, but Aspas will be noted very early on here. Didn't want trying to post up behind that drone, or at least the space that is cleared on the back of it. But we're halted by the alarm bot for the time being. TP to a back site here. Jorgamo sticks it.
Okay, Les is now worried he's going to be noting Galaxy in the play. The combination between him and Com is just unthinkable. Jorgamo is just...
No way.
Come on! There's no way you're getting away with that. Aspas has fallen, though. The support system's not there. It's just Les on the site, and he's down so low. Boostio accepting a little bit of damage to have a little look towards CT. Spots the players. That's a little overheat there, but they won out on the site, so they should be able to get the plant down. And Demon 1, it's easy for him. Sadak so unaware of the possibility that he could be still standing. Maybe it ought to 2-e's, and this is 12. Mike, I feel like I'm living in just a different reality here. Demon 1 waiting and greets him with a smile. EG have made it to 12. They're making this look easy against Loud.
Yeah, they're making it look like a walk in the park. I mean, even here, Jorgamo, he's just commanding so much pressure on side there. Even this TP here comes through, doesn't even matter. He's baited perfectly. They kill enough time where the rest of EG can flood through and, like you said, win out that engagement on site.
Enemy remaining.
EG in total control, giving Loud a rude awakening here upon landing in Tokyo.
Even I'm stunned. 12-5. Loud down in the doldrums here, struggling to make anything work. Losing scenarios that can break the mental. And now being put in this position. They're trying to go for a bit of mid-pressure. Trying to up the tempo a little. Aspas. Got to be careful on the timing here. That Loud drone could be the downfall of him. Flash ready for Ethan. There it is, the pressure Com can't stand it. Aspas gonna draw blood. Response in kind though! Ethan, sharp as a knife, but Loud are holding on. Clawing into this, but look who still stands. It's Demon 1 and it's Jorgamo. And Jorgamo's position could be deadly. They have no idea. Demon 1's found 2-e's. They're about to, surely not. Oh dear, Jorgamo around the back of Sadak. It's all down to Cowanzine. A 1v2. And oh dear, he's gone. Jorgamo, game back on. Cowanzine, can he find it? No, EG! The dream continues here in Tokyo. EG shatter Loud. That's not just a win, Mike. They devastated them.
No, an absolute statement made by EG. I come back to that same discussion, a test of the confidence here. What we've seen from EG